MS2, this is the LPD on Airground 1. How do you read, over? LPD, MS2, radar clear, how many?
Welcome to U.S. Space Camp. Our week at Space Camp is an introduction to an exciting future among the stars, exploring a universe of science and technology. We experience the sensations of astronaut training, see the space program in the making, and touch the history of space exploration. One of our first activities is rocket construction. Once our rockets are finished, we take them to the special launch site. These rockets use special solid rocket motors, and they can soar more than 1,000 feet into the air before their parachutes pop out and the payload flutters softly back to Earth. Most rockets make it, but some don't. Well, maybe next time.
Hey, what is your name and where you from?
My name is Todd Windigo, and I'm from Niles, Michigan.
Okay, Todd. What was your most favorite thing you did while you were at space camp previously?
Probably the centipede because I got to feel Sunji.
Got the first CDs. Just like a shuttle astronaut experience, right?
Yes.
Okay, did you have a good time at space camp previously?
Yes.
Okay, thank you a lot. Go ahead. Hey, what's your name and where you from?
My name is Donnie Vaughn, and I'm from Decatur, Georgia.
What was your most favorite thing that you did here at space camp this week?
My favorite things were the simulators.
Why were your favorite things with simulators?
Well, because it felt like you were a real astronaut. And so,
Well, that's what they're designed for. Some of the astronauts use the simulator. Did you have a good time here at space camp this week?
yes.
Yes, I saw it. Appreciate it.
Before NASA started using a water tank to train astronauts for spacewalks, it used the 5 Degrees of Freedom Training Simulator. In Space Camp, they call it a 5DF. Gemini astronauts use the 5DF to train for the first American spacewalks. The chair is on pivots, so it can cartwheel or somersault, and it actually flies on compressed air, a tiny fraction of an inch above the floor. Since it's flying, you can move forward and backward, from side to side, or spin like a top. The only thing you can't do in the 5DF that you can do in space is move up and down. That's why NASA uses the big water tanks to train astronauts now. But the 5DF gives us a taste for what it might be like to work in space.
Hey, what's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Greg Bincon from Fairfield, Kentucky.
What was your most favorite thing you did at Space Camp this week?
My favorite thing I did at Space Camp this week was riding on a Boop Rex, and the reason I liked it was because it made you feel like you were flying in a real plane.
Okay. Alright, did you have a good time at Space Camp this week?
Yes, I did.
Thank you, appreciate it. Now, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm E.T. Waddell, and I'm from Ashland, Kentucky.
What does ET stand for?
Elwood Palmets.
Okay, April. What was the most favorite thing you did at Space Camp this week?
Well, probably having the opportunity to meet new people and be able to learn what it takes to become an astronaut.
Well, that sounds really good. You know, we're training as an astronaut starts here this week. Alright, did you have a good time here this week?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, ET. Appreciate it.
The Apollo program ended in 1973, and no one has been to the moon since then. But Space Camp added a walk on the moon this year to help celebrate the 20th anniversary of the first moon missions. We put on special spacesuit mock-ups. Then we ride to the moon aboard Space Camp's Special Propulsion Operations and Tracking Vehicle, or SPOT for short. Some team members erect a temporary lunar shelter. Others do a geological survey. And others work with a surveyor spacecraft. This moonwalk is projected 30 years into the future.
Bạn con gì chưa ở từng đập như đơn rồi
Fighting heroes out there. Sunny Mission Space or something already. My Ina. Hey. Hey, Ma. Hey, now. One ball of the kitchen loader. Then I put it in the light. Take care of it. No, we just need more on the back here. Okay, this is just like my tip, guys. Over here, roll the deeper rope. You put three every way. Look how it is. You put one every each way. Oh, yeah. I don't think we put that one in line.
Astronauts working outside their spacecraft wear special spacesuits that protect them from radiation, extremes of heat and cold, and from micrometeorites. Their spacesuit also provides oxygen and other life support. We try on a spacesuit mock-up. This is a very simple mock-up, but it helps us learn how difficult it is to work in space.
What did I leave from?
Nadvine, Arcadia, Indiana.
What was the most fun thing you did at the lake? Why?
The 162.
Why the 162?
Oh, because I like the way it stimulated the moon's gravity.
All right. Do you have a good time here at Space Camp, Miss Swing?
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Appreciate it. Wait, what is your name? Where are you from?
Christian Stein from Troy, Ohio.
What was your most favorite thing you did at Space Camp, Miss Swing?
The 1/6 gravity chair.
Why the 1/6 gravity chair?
Because I weighed less.
Because you weighed less. Okay. Did you have a good time at Space Camp this week?
Yes.
You gonna come back?
Probably.
All right, great. Good deal. Thank you a lot.
Apollo astronauts preparing for those missions to the moon had to learn how to walk on the lunar surface, where gravity is only 1/6 of that on Earth. That could cause problems for astronauts working in bulky spacesuits. They trained using equipment like Space Camp's moonwalk training chair. The springs offset 5/6 of a person's weight, so he feels like he's walking on the moon.
What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Lynette Etterback, and I'm from Brownsburg, Indiana.
What was your most favorite thing you did this week?
Maybe
The movie? Why the movie?
because it's sick.
Made you get sick? Huh. Read drink.
It was just me the way it goes. But I don't like getting sick, alright?
Did you learn anything from the movie?
Yeah. How flight goes and look at.
What all did you learn about the space shuttle?
That is, I didn't know there's so many buttons or anything in it. It's really neat.
Well, did you have a good time here this week?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Ryan Tierney, I'm from Cromwell, Indiana.
All right, what was the most favorite thing you did this week while you were here at Space Camp?
The mission.
Mission for the mission.
Because it was fun. It was so realistic.
What'd you learn?
I learned that you had to do everything on time or else it wouldn't work out.
That's exactly right. Okay, did you have a good time at Space Camp here this week?
Yeah, it was great.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
And this is our space station, and it's a hospital. And the reason we wanted to build a hospital in space is because when you're seriously burnt in a fire, you don't want to be touching anything around you. So when you go up there, you can just float around, so you won't be touching heat or anything.
The station structure is sound because of principles of pressure diversion. If a meteorite strikes one point, it will be diverted through the structure into small nodes that will absorb and divert the pressure. Because of this, the whole station can be launched with one rocket.
Big hospital will help people who have been severely burnt and have diseases on their skin. It has been proven that people with skin and contact injury will heal better and weight missing. This is because they'll heal much more slowly in a bed, because if you have a skin injury, you're not going to want to lie in a bed because it would irritate your skin. In a zero-gravity area, your burns won't be in contact with anything. You will heal much faster,
And many more people will be healed in a faster time.
Our space station is powered by solar electricity. We have solar panels on all sides of the space station, so the sun's energy may reach all areas on the station. The space station is able to store the sun's energy when needed, and each panel works 24 hours each day.
Okay, and our space station is called Space Station Health because it's a hospital. And I'm going to tell you about the waste management. With our solid waste, we put them in a org incinerator and burn them at high temperatures to where they're just ashes. And then the ashes are put down into the earth. And with the liquid waste, we put them in a large bowl and we heat them up at at over 160 degrees, boiling, and then it goes into the air, and it's not there anymore.
Okay, the food is in special tubings, and there is a chemical in the food that when it comes in contact with the air, it turns into that kind of foods.
Okay, here's the tasting. It's like the Jetsons car, and well, right now we don't have one because they're down in Earth being remodeled.
The emergency exit scene is quite simple. In every room there is a lithopod shaped like a Tylenol pill. When the ship is on fire, the lithopods form around the people and take them through the pipe, kind of like the Jetsons have. So if you were in this room, you would go through the pipe into the emergency exiting. When they arrive at to the escape pod, each escape pod holds 250,000 people. There are 5 escape pods. The escape pods will not leave automatically until there is a great increase in heat or radiation, and the pods must be full. Or they can be started by pilot and then leave.
We have a smart chapel in the hospital, which is non-denominational, so that anyone of any religion can come and pray to a friend or family member that's injured. This chapel is 2,500 square feet, which would be 1,875 feet long and 625 feet wide, and it will hold 500 people.
The cost of this structure will be $20.3 billion, and the dimensions of it are 1 mile by 2 miles, and our sponsor is Kleenex says bless you. Thank you.
What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Laura Weiss. I'm from Greenwood, Indiana.
What was the most favorite thing of yours that you enjoyed this week to bed?
The mission.
Why the missing?
And because I like being able to communicate with people, and even though they were inside and I was outside.
What else keep you on the mission?
That you need to have teamwork to accomplish something.
Okay, that sounds real good. Do you have a good time at Face Camp this week?
Yes.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. What's your name, Lou, from?
Brooke Ron from Greenville, California.
Okay, Brooke. What was the most fun thing you did this week?
The mission.
Why the mission?
Well, because I like doing the EV and going outside and the payload and working together and being in the shuttle.
You learn any new thing?
Yeah, I learned how to work with people and how to accomplish things.
Well, that sounds great. Okay, did you have a good time at Face Camp this week?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's great. Terrific. Thanks for a lot. All right, what's your name? Where are you from?
My name's Tori Weigel, and I'm from Greenwood, Indiana.
All right, Hillary. What was the most favorite thing you did this week?
The mission.
Why the mission?
Because it was surreal and everything.
Well, what did you learn?
I learned a lot of things about space that I really didn't know.
That sounds great. Did you enjoy Space Camp this week?
Yes. Gonna come back.
Yes.
Great. Thanks a lot.
We go to a swimming pool and do a training exercise using a Skylab film canister. First, we try to move it without touching the bottom of the pool. We move, but the canister doesn't. That's what would happen to an astronaut floating in space. We also experience a rescue training exercise from the Gemini program. Astronauts were taught to jump from their spacecraft into a rescue raft, then paddle to a basket suspended from a helicopter. We used the Space Shuttle Columbia mock-up for our simulated space mission. An early part of our training is an introduction to the orbiter and to mission control. We need to know how everything worked if we're going to have a successful mission. Our mission is a success. We do our experiments and land safely. Now is time for our debriefing. We review what happened during the mission and learn from our mistakes. This has been the culmination of our week at Space Camp. We learned a lot and had a lot of fun. Now it's time to receive the wings and certificates that prove we've completed Space Camp. Families and friends from around the country are gathered for the ceremony.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I had the pleasure of working with the Neptune team this week, and I'd like to thank Daniel Roderick, who was our night counselor, and I'd like to introduce you to my team. First, I have Ryan Hearney from Carmel, Indiana, and he was our commander. Donnie Vaughn from Decatur, Georgia, payload specialist number 2. E.P. Waddell from Ashland, Kentucky, payload specialist number 1. Tide Windigler from Niles, Michigan, payload specialist number 1. Or mission specialist number 1, I'm sorry. Greg Zembenko from Fairfield, Kentucky, flight director. Matt Zion from Arcadia, Indiana, launch and landing director. Lynette Utterback from Brownsboro, Indiana, investigator. Bruce Ryan from Greenville, California, mission specialist number 2. Kristen Stein from Floyd, Ohio, pilot. Hillary Weigel from Greenwood, Indiana, tracking officer. And Laura Wise from Greenwood, Indiana, mission scientist and orbital systems officer.
We have 4 team awards and 3 individual awards. I'd like to start with a team award. The team award starting with a large space structure. Large space structure is a group activity. The team comes together and they design their interpretation of the space station. And they have to account for such things as what's its purpose? How many missions is it going to take to put it into a space? Who's going to sponsor it? How much money is it going to cost mom and dad, the taxpayer? Where the thing is going to be located on it? And most importantly, they build it out of a sophisticated synchrotron called ramagons, and then they present it to their peer. And the peers ask them questions, and the questions are pretty intense, and the competition is very intense. This week, the live space structure winner is the United Technology Company. Mylan Ritchie, counsel it. Congratulations, UTP and Maunucci. Our second award, team award, is the rocket launch. It's one of my favorite. It takes the principles of rocketry and propulsion and it puts it to the trainees in a very simple, very fun way. The way that we do that is through model rocket kits. We have the Hercules rocket, which is a 2-stage, and a Wildfire rocket, which is a 1-stage. Next to the last day of camp, we launch those rockets. We put solid rocket boosters in them. We put a igniter, and then we send them up. And they go 1,000 to 1,500 feet. Sometimes we are successful, like NASA, and sometimes we're not successful. I'm sure that you'll hear all about the successes and the trials and errors this afternoon on the way home. This week, the rocket launch winner is the BDM team. Beth Branham, counselor. Congratulations, BDM and Beth Branham. That third award is a teamwork award. And as you heard, we have children from all over the country and in some cases all over the world. Anytime that 12 individuals can come together with a common interest of the space program and act as one unit and as one team, we want to recognize that effort. This week, the Teamwork Award goes to the Earth team. Lisa Bett, counselor. And now for the highlight of the week, the mission. The mission is a 1-hour simulated shuttle mission. There are 6 positions at ground control and 6 positions in the orbiter. Ground control simulates Houston, and the orbiter, there are the commander, the pilot, mission specialist 2, mission specialist 1, payload specialist 2, and payload specialist 1. All of these positions are interactive with one another. They read from a script very similar to a play. It's this coordination, this professionalism, this following of the timeline, and able to solve 2 anomalies during the course of the mission. All things are told, we want to make sure that they know about the mission and all the intricacies of it. This week, the mission winner goes to the Uranus team. Dave McCown, Campo. Congratulations, Uranus team. Paige McCown. Now moving on to our individual awards. We give out 2 right stuff and 1 outstanding trainee. I'd like to read the quote, what we feel at UF Space Camp designates the Right Stuff Award. I'm sure the astronauts around the country would concur. And I quote, presented to the 2 trainees in the session who have displayed by the words and deed the characteristics of the United States Space Explorer, such qualities as leadership, sound decision-making, self-confidence, working with peers, striving for excellence, and seeking and sharing knowledge. Right Step Award recipients are young adults who have demonstrated that they are preparing today to be the space explorers of tomorrow. End of quote. This week, our first Right Step Award winner goes to Chris Ebner of the Grumman team, Joel Haythorne, counselor. With the 8th nomination, the criteria and the common theme is willingness to help the counselor and seeking and sharing that knowledge and wanting more information. Congratulations, Chris and Joel Haythorne. Our second Right Step Award winner goes to Robbie Isabel of the Teledyne Brand, lead the Keppel counselor.
Congratulations, Brody.
And now for our Outstanding Trainee Award. And again, I quote, presented to the one trainee in this session who have displayed by both word and deed the characteristics of the leaders of the United States Space Program, such qualities as leadership, sound decision-making, self-confidence, working with peers, striving for excellence, outstanding program participation, and unquenchable search for knowledge. Outstanding Trainee Award recipients are young adults who have demonstrated that they are preparing today to be the leaders of the space program tomorrow. This week, our outstanding camper is Charles Smith of the Jupiter team. Suzanne Brown, counselor.
Congratulations, Val.
I'd like to take this opportunity to be the first to congratulate all our trainees for weeks that were outstanding. I also like to take a moment for the parents, the friends, and relatives to say thank you for the loan of your young person for the week. I know the time, the effort, the money, and the travel time that it takes to come to U.S. Space Camp.
And that goes without saying that that's very special.
We share a common goal: to prepare ourselves for a future of exploration in science, in technology, or in space. And that future begins for us with our training at Space Camp.